welcome back to my channel. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. So I've been hoping to get a video out each week. That has been a bit of struggle since I started a new role and started uni, so no video last week. I apologise for that. Well, I don't apologise. Life gets busy, okay? And I'm just really creating these for a bit of fun to share a bit more about my life and how I dress and my love of vintage, things like that. So if you're enjoying these series and these random videos I keep popping up every week, please let me know. Please like it, please subscribe, and if you have any suggestions, let me know. Now let's get into this week's video, which is all about basically creating a capsule vintage wardrobe, recataloguing your clothes and making the most of what you got in your wardrobe. So let's go. Step 1 to organising and creating your ideal dream vintage wardrobe is to set up some boxes and to organise the clothing that you have. So I've got a donate box, a sell, a keep, a maybe, and a repair / upcycle box. Upcycle box, you might have things that you absolutely love, but they may be missing a button, needs repairs, got some holes, etc., but you still want to wear them. So that's ideal if you can do them yourself. Otherwise, maybe find a friend who loves mending. An example of an upcycle is, this is one of my favourite t-shirts. However, it's getting a bit old and a bit yellow. I just love the print on it because it's one of my favourite prints a girl did in the pinup community for a fundraiser. So that one there, I've decided that I'm going to keep that one, but I'm going to upcycle it into a bag. So things like that, just like utilising your wardrobe and going, well, if I can't donate it, or if I don't want to donate it, or if I can't sell it, is there some way I can upcycle it and still make the most of it, out of it, and still give it some love? You also might have a recycle pile. You can recycle textile waste, so if you're going to need like old socks, bras, even things like that, there is a company called Apparel, and there's also some other places that do take bras and stuff like that. So just do a bit of research and Google search to see what's local in your community. That way you're not just tossing out good textile materials straight into the bin. You're actually doing something good with it, I suppose, that are no longer of use to you. So let's get started into organising my piles of mess into some more structured piles. Let's go. And a note on the maybes. So maybe you've got some shirts or even jackets or something that you know you love, but you're not quite sure whether you're going to wear them, things like that. Simply just put them on the hanger, put it back, the hanger up backwards, that makes sense, into your wardrobe. So instead of going that way, it's going this way. And then it's a good token to work out if you haven't worn it in 30 days, as in the hanger hasn't been turned around, you haven't gone and grabbed that piece of item, maybe reconsider it after 30 days and go, well, will I wear this? A note on winter clothing too. A lot of people have a winter specific wardrobe. For me, I just use what I have and then I just layer with jackets and things like that. So obviously, depending the time of season you're doing this clean out, you may realise that, well, the jackets, I don't know whether I love them or wear them because it's not winter at the moment. So maybe put them aside for next winter to decide what you like and what you regularly grab for with your winter pile and winter clothing, jackets, sort of things. So maybe that's something that you can do in that season. But other clothing, shirts, tops, pants, etc., do that hanger technique just to see if you're undecided about it. It might help you in that decision. So back to sorting these piles out. So I've had some success. I've got a box here for my donate pile because I know that they're just regular clothing. They've got no real sell value, if that makes sense. And they're getting old too, so they're most likely better off to get donated. I have a pile of selling. It's actually bigger than that. But yeah, look. All these here are my selling pile, so I'll pop them on Depop or even on Facebook Marketplace or some Facebook WhatsApp sell groups. And then I've got a pile of keep clothes and I've got my repair clothes as well. So from this stage, I have basically thinned out my wardrobe the best I can. So now we can start cataloguing what we're going to keep and how we're going to wear those clothing and how we're going to mix and match with what we've already got and whether we need to add some more pieces into our wardrobe. And selling clothing is great too because it's a great way to go, well, I'm going to sell 10 items, therefore I now have a budget to maybe bring 10 more items, if you need them that is, back into your wardrobe. So often when I buy things secondhand, I go, okay, well, one thing coming in, one thing going out, and that's just that conscious mindset, minimalist mindset I have personally. Doesn't suit everyone, because I know some people for me, so it is kind of a win-win situation, and you're being a bit more environmentally friendly to the environment. So let's get cataloguing, and I'll show you some apps that I use to collate it all. Let's go. Okay, next step in creating your wardrobe is cataloguing and categorizing everything. So I love to use technology to make work smarter, not harder. So I downloaded a couple of apps, and I'm going to show you what they are and the features they have. So there are outfit planner apps that basically allow you to log all your clothing on individual photos and create the outfits yourself. Then there's apps that can create outfits for you. Some of them use AI, some of them don't. So it really depends on your preference. So for me, I'm lazy to a degree, and I lack inspiration and working out what goes with what. So some of those apps that generate outfits may be better, because it kind of gives you ideas and prompts to how to utilize your clothing better and what to pair it with. So I downloaded Save Your Wardrobe. It's a sustainable, ethical, sort of inspired app where you can log all your outfits and basically get a wardrobe like this. This is a really basic example, and then you can create outfits by using what you have. But this is more of a create your own wardrobe, do it yourself kind of app. Whereas my preference is leaning towards this app called Wearing. So it's WHERING, and it's awesome. It's like those paper dolls you had as a kid where you can put like the different outfits on them, and so it comes up like this. Once you catalogue all your clothing, you can then just swipe through your bottoms, your tops, your shoes, and you can visually see it. And for me, because I'm a more of a visual person, I really like that aspect to this app. Lastly, number 3 app I downloaded was an AI generated app called Pronti, Pronti. And you can log all your clothing. It will put it all into different categories. So this is some of the generated genetic stuff that's provided for me, all the different categories, and then you can hit like this button here, and depending on your mood or what you're trying to create, if you want to go for some casual outfits, it will populate some casual outfits there, and you can just swipe through and be like, no, I don't like that, don't like that. I'm going to look more into this one to see if you put your own outfits in there, whether they will do the same, because that'd be kind of cool, because that'd be like, well, saves you thinking, it creates them for you. So that's how, number 3, catalogue your clothing and then work out what goes with what. This is going to take a whole day. I'll see you on the flip side. Once you've got it all catalogued, the next step is to create a lookbook of what you want to create, the style you want to create. So I use good old Pinterest to put some boards together of some images that I really like of outfits. So I'm going for a more 1940s vibe, and so I put together a Pinterest board with some like everyday looks, like basic things like pants and tops and things like that will make that 1940s look. And then you got skirts, whoops, all my secrets are coming out here. Yeah, and so I create a lookbook from that, and then I see what I like and what works. So obviously there's a lot of pants there and stuff like that. So then I will go looking in my wardrobe to see if I have any similar items. If I do, then I'll start cataloguing and creating from what I already inputted in these apps, and start creating some of those outfits. So for example, those sort of like pants look, I know that I will be making some 1930s, 40s style pants, and so I can then populate. So I already have a top that's quite similar, that's like a 1930s style, that I can then pair with some white pants, and then I just got to add all my shoes in and I can work out what shoes look good, and that creates one of my first outfits. So with this app, with wearing, you can then just go, yep, I want that outfit, and it will save it under a lookbook, or save it under a lookbook, and then you know you can always, yep, there we go, save it under your lookbook. I really need to get some new white shoes by looks, that's disgusting. And then I have a 1940s lookbook, I'll add it, save, and so then that generates that into there, and I know that I'm looking for outfit inspiration. I can go back and go, oh, actually I've got that in my wardrobe. So that is the perks of those apps. I've shown you how to sort your clothing, categorize them, create some little outfits from what you have. Let's look at the term capsule wardrobe. So back in the 40s, the 20s, or 30s, there was that term coined because of war rationings and things like that. There was a recommended set amount of pair of pants, skirts, tops, etc. that you had. Yes, that can still apply today if you perhaps have an office job or something, and you can create capsule wardrobes for your office wear. So it's like 4 pairs of pants and 3 lots of tops that you know you can interchange and create like 20 different outfits, which is great. But if that's not for you, let's look at the next best option. And for me, that is looking at what you just sorted and what you just created in your little lookbooks and working out, is that sort of clothing versatile? So we're going to have some fun here, and I'm going to show you ways you can accessorize, style your clothing to get the most wear out of it. So I'm not going to call it a capsule wardrobe. Also, I'd probably call it maximizing your wardrobe, let's say. So for me, I personally probably only have maybe 5 pairs of pants. So I've got my black swing pants, I have a navy pair, I have a red pair, a white pair, and then maybe like a tartan pair. And for me, that does the job because I can mix and match in creating multiple outfits from those pairs of pants. So let's have some fun and let's play some dress ups, and I'll show you some ways you can achieve. Number 1 style tip is using brooches. Brooches are a great way to accessorize and add a bit of pop of colour or complement a colour on a blouse, such as this lovely white Scottish dog matching the lovely buttons on this top. Next up, we have scarves. Yes, this quite modern outfit kind of looks like that outfit The Rock wore, but I swear I'll add a bit of colour, added different accessories to this outfit, and turns it from modern to a vintage style in an instant. So adding a red belt, a multicoloured red scarf, which is terribly put on my head by the way, a really cute brooch, and if I could find my red cardigan, that too would really make this outfit tie it all together. And this is just a way to show you styling certain things a certain way really makes something into a vintage style. And scarves are great. You can add them as a belt, put them around your neck, things like that. Kind of gives me a French vibe here, but you get the drift. Just styling scarves in multiple different ways just really amplifies and emphasizes an outfit and a particular look. So that's another idea as well. Next up is the use of belts. So turning this rather plain and simple white and red combo to something a bit more glam by adding a lovely gold belt and then matching it with a really nice gold brooch with a bit of red really just takes this outfit to the next level. And the great thing about this is I could always wear a different belt or different brooch next time and I'd have a completely different look again. So that's another example of ways to accessorize your clothing. And here's an absolute ridiculous idea I found this lovely chunky belt and I was like, oh man, that would look cute, maybe this cream top would go with it. But you know, just playing around with your clothes, have a bit of fun, add brooches, see what colors work well with different things. Next is one of my favourite outfits. I added an earring, yes, an earring, to the middle of this top and then matched it with another pearl little clip, and I just feel like it just takes that outfit to the next level. All about trial and error and seeing what works best. Well, that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed that and found some new tips and tricks to upstyle your clothing that you currently have, making your register in a category of it and making the most of it. And don't forget, you can layer too, especially in the winter. Get your basic black and whites or basic tops and bottoms and just layer with little vests or cardigans, things like that. Sometimes you don't always need a winter wardrobe too. Well, anyway, I hope you had fun with me, and definitely check out those apps that I mentioned. I did really like the Pronti, I think that's how you say it, the Pronti one. That was the one that uses AI to help create outfits. It was really simple to put all my outfits in there, and you can also search like on a little Google function in the app, so that's even better when you have maybe clothing branding or something, or vintage reproduction brands. You can instantly find what you have in your wardrobe from those brands and straight into populates it. The only thing I didn't like about it was I was hoping with the AI function it would be able to populate some outfit combos and things like that, because that's something I struggle with. However, the outfits that I was populating I didn't really like, so I ended up having to do it myself, but that's okay because I had to learn what color goes with what and try to like experiment and trial and error. So I was able to put together a whole bunch of different little outfits. This camera's not going to do it, I bet. Anyway, I know it did. So I was able to put a couple of like different outfits together to do with the pieces I put in my wardrobe, and some of them were what I showed you today. So just have fun with your wardrobe, really. Make the most of it. And add brooches, add jewellery, accessorize, scarves. It's all great because you can mix and match and no one will know that you wore the same thing again because you've changed it, you styled it differently. And styling it really shows a representation of who you are and your authenticity. I can't speak English. That's it for me. I'm exhausted. That was a lot of fun, but it is not fun when it's hot and you're changing all the time. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it and learnt some tips and tricks, and I'll see you next time. Bye.